Which color cassette do you think this was pressed on? If you guessed red, you are correct. This is on red tape. Here is the spine, and here is the track listing. Side 1, we have Inferno, Death, Zombie Ritual, Denial of Life, Sacrificial, Mutilation, Regurgitated Guts. Side 2, Baptized in Blood, Torn to Pieces, Evil Dead, Scream Bloody Gore, and 2 bonus tracks, Beyond the Unholy Grave and Land of No Return. Some information there. So that's first album, Scream Bloody Gore. I also have a original combat press of Scream Bloody Gore. So let's take a look at that and compare it to the Relapse release. As you can see, here are the layouts from the Combat release and the Relapse record release. Right off the bat, I noticed Relapse decided to blow up the Death logo. And on the Combat, you have the logo on the corner. Scream Bloody Gore is here, and Scream Bloody Gore is here. Which layout do you prefer? Let me know. Let's take a look at the Combat release. Here's the back. The original track listing ends at Scream Bloody Gore, 1987. Let's look at the tape. Side 1. Side 2. Unfortunately, no included lyrics, which is disappointing. So, Scream Bloody Gore and the new Scream Bloody Gore. Let me know what you think of this album and which layout do you prefer. Oh, and favorite song off this record is I would say probably Evil Dead and Mutilation. Yeah, definitely those two. But great album overall. On to the next. Next, we have Death's second record from the year 1988. This is Leprosy. Such amazing artwork. I forgot to mention the artwork in Scream Bloody Gore, but it's the same artist as the art for this record as well, and that is from artist Ed is him. I think that's a nice touch. So, on side 1 we have Leprosy, Born Dead, Forgotten Past, Left to Die. Side 2 we have Pull the Plug, Open Casket, Primitive Ways, and finally, Joke on It, Joke on It, Joke on It. There's the spine. There's some information there. Now, I also have a original combat press here as well. So once again, Relapse decided to blow up the logo. Color does appear sharper on this Relapse reissue, but I think a good, maybe obvious color this tape could have been printed on would be pink, but they decided to go with the font or the outline of the Death logo. Please let me know which layout you prefer, Leprosy or Leprosy. Let's take a look at the combat press. Spine, obviously on white tape. Side 1. Side 2. Let's look at the insert. Lyrics. And band. Chuck on guitar, of course, vocals. Bill Andrews on drums. Rick Ross on guitar. Terry Butler on bass. But I'm pretty sure Chuck ended up playing the bass on the recording. One thing to point out is on the Relapse Records, you get more of the artwork. As you can see, there's 2 lepers here, and there's not there. Let's see if they're, no, they're not there either. Okay, so that's interesting. So, that was Death's second record. And my favorite songs off this record are I would say Pull the Plug. Yeah, Pull the Plug, but to be honest, I love this whole album. From the title track to the last track, I love pretty much all of these. But if you never heard this band and then had to choose one song off the album, I would choose Pull the Plug. For sure. So yeah. One thing I failed to mention, unfortunately, I will not be opening these. I bought them mainly for my collection, and I'm planning to keep them sealed, at least for now. But if I do decide to open probably already saw, but which color tape do you think this was pressed on? If you guessed blue, you are correct. Spine. Side 1, we have living monstrosity, altering the future, defensive personalities within the mind. Side 2, spiritual healing, low life, genetic reconstruction, and killing spree. And there's the logo print right there of the guy in the wheelchair. A nice touch in my some information there. I also have I'm just kidding, I don't have one for this, but I am on the lookout for an original press of spiritual healing. I hope to add it to my collection one day. So, unfortunately, I cannot show you an original press, but we will move on. Death's fourth album. From 1991, we have Human. This artwork was not done by Ed Repka, and unfortunately, Spiritual Healing was the last album cover done by Ed Repka. But I really like this artwork. It's pretty cool. So, which color tape do you think this was pressed on? If you guessed red, you are correct. Once again. Now, looking at the artwork, I think they should have went with a different color because Scream Bloody Gore was already a red tape. You know, it's like mix it up a bit. I personally would have went with the doo-doo brown. It's better than red or gray. You could have did gray too, but it's red. So here is the track listing previous original presses that I have. So, which layout do you prefer? I think this one's a little sharper as well. Okay, let's take a look. So, here's the back. Track listing. This does not have the bonus track of God of Thunder, which I'm okay with. Standard clear tape. And then you get some lyrics. And band photos. Chuck, Sean, Paul, and Steve. So that is Death's album, Human. Favorite songs. Let's do the Relapse. Favorite song off this album is definitely Suicide Machine and Cosmic Sea. But this is another case where I love the whole album. But if I had to choose one song, it'd probably be Suicide Machine. Yeah, for sure. Okay, on to the next. Death's fifth album from 1993, called Individual Thought Patterns. Similar artwork as the last album. Which color do you think this was pressed on? If you guessed gold, you are... Wait a minute. I'm almost certain this was pressed on gold. Oh, the people that work at Relapse Records don't pay attention and sent me the wrong tape. Yes, as you noticed in my previous cassettes, they were all colored except for this one. I'm not happy about them not sending me the gold one because I ordered as soon as the email was sent out, and I got my order in pretty fast, but yet I was not given what I ordered, and that sucks. I emailed them and they just told me, oh, our bad, here's your money back, you can destroy this if you want, but we don't have the tape anymore. I was so upset. It's like, come on. I'm going off on a rant, but it really bothered me because it's like how hard is it to fucking pack an order in a box? So unfortunately, this is the only one that I don't have of the limited, and as a collector, it sucks because I wanted it. I wanted to complete the collection, and it's not like if I was planning to resell it. These were from my own collection, so I don't have the gold one. They no longer have it, and they just gave me my money back for this one. And I'm not happy with Relapse Records. This was my first bad experience with them, and yeah, I'm not happy. But anyway, rant over it. That is the spine. Track listing, side 1. is everything. Side 2, mentally blind, individual thought patterns, destiny, out of touch, and the philosopher. I don't have an original tape to compare this to, so I guess I'll move on to my favorite song. Would have to say Trapped in a Corner and The Philosopher. Yeah, those two, for sure. So this is their 5th album, Individual Thought Patterns. Okay. Now, Relapse Records does not have the rights to their 6th album, which is called Symbolic. So we're gonna jump on to their last album from 1998. This is The Sound of Perseverance. I have trouble saying that word. Perseverance. Great artwork. Now, which color do you think this was pressed on? To be honest, I don't know myself, so we are going to find out right now. If you guessed red again, oh my god. They did 3 tapes in red. Are you kidding me? And it makes sense, but I don't know. Maybe orange, but Leprosy was an orange. See, Leprosy should have been pink, and this should have been orange. You can't do 3 in red. That's kind of lazy in my opinion. But whatever. So, if you guess red, you are correct. Red one is Scavenger of Human Sorrow, Bite the Pain, Spirit Crusher, Story to Tell. Side 2, Flesh and the Power It Holds, Voice of the Soul, To Forgive is to Suffer, A Moment of Clarity, and Painkiller, which is a Judas Priest cover. Some information, and then the little logo right there, which is the mountain. I do not have an original to compare, but favorite song would be Spirit Crusher. That's kind of obvious, but I will admit I haven't really given. This is probably the album I've listened to the least. I know a lot of people love it, and a lot of people think people have this as their number 1, but unfortunately for me, that's not the case. But I do like the album. You know what? I totally forgot to tell you my favorite song of Spiritual Healing. I can't believe it. Hold on, let me get it. So, we'll end on favorite song for Spiritual Healing. It would have to be Altering the Future. I think that's a great song. Within the Mind too, but if I had to pick one, it would be Altering the Future. I love the way the guitar sounds on that, and Chunk's vocals, and yeah. So, that is all of them. So, recap. Scream Bloody Gore. I am not prepared. Leprosy. Spiritual Healing. Human. Individual Thought Patterns. And sound of perseverance. So, that was my video. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think. And, yeah, let me know your favorite album. I was gonna rank them, but, I think I should probably save that for another video. See if I can get the colors in frame. Look at all that red. Can't believe you did 3 albums in red. I can't believe that. That's lazy. And unfortunately this is supposed to be gold, but okay, I'm not gonna get into it anymore. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my first video. Let me know if you enjoyed it. If you'd like me to do more of these videos, I have a ton of cassettes. I have CDs, and I have a whole record collection. So I have different music, not just death metal. I'm also big into soundtracks, but I think I'm gonna save a lot of those for